Hey, what's up guys, Figures here. Today I'll be going over how I made a Morrigan figure by using a few 3D printed parts, transforming this kit bash into a full-fledged custom. That being said, let's begin. It is wild that Morrigan's still pretty relevant, and is seen in so many crossovers despite not being in a new game in over 20 years. She isn't even the main character of her own franchise, but despite all that, she is still super iconic, and I really need to make a Morrigan figure for my Marvel vs. Capcom collection. I know that Storm Collectibles had recently released a Morrigan figure, but they announced that figure like 4 years ago, and even though it's finally out, it's a bit too late. Also, while I love collecting Storm Collectibles, they don't quite fit the scale of my other Marvel figures, so I opted to make a custom just so it fits with my other Marvel Legends. Maybe if their Storm Arena line kicks off, I'll probably consider updating my Morrigan figure to that, but until then, this figure will do. So before going into the updated Morrigan figure, let's take a quick look back at my old custom. I actually reused a lot of these pieces, so in this old custom, I used a Gwen Stacy head sculpt, mostly because of the long hair and bangs. In hindsight, I probably could have used a magic head sculpt, as it probably would have worked out a lot better, but I had this head sculpt lying around, so there's that. The wings come from a Lockheed figure from Kitty Pryde by Marvel Legends. Simple enough, the base of the figure comes from a Marvel Legends Enchantress figure from the Dormammu Build-A-Figure wave. That was the perfect base for this Morrigan figure, since it comes with a corset-looking torso, the arms have sleeve rest, and it has heels. Yeah, that figure mostly is everything you need to make a Morrigan. So yeah, not too bad for a first attempt, but now moving on to the updated version. For this updated Morrigan, what really brings this figure together is the updated head sculpt. I got this head sculpt from this user over at Cults 3D. I wanted to use a 3D printed head sculpt for Morrigan because while the Gwen head was pretty decent, I didn't want it to look like someone else dressing up as Morrigan in costume, so with this, it looks a lot more like Morrigan now. The upper torso is from Metaverse Customs over at Instagram, and the arms are fodder from a Marvel Legends Siren figure from the Bonebreaker Build-A-Figure wave. I had gotten this figure over at Ross for like $5 or $7, which is pretty good since it has the updated double-jointed arms. The rest of the figure / base also comes from the Marvel Legends Enchantress figure. But yeah, a pretty simple recipe, and it didn't take too long to make. I think I'm getting better at painting faces. This figure stands at about 6.5 inches tall, 7 inches if you count the top of the wings. Yeah, a little too tall to be honest. I'm considering swapping out the heels for flats to shorten her, and it will probably help out with her posability to be honest. Because she's so top heavy with like the heels, she actually has a hard time standing on her own. But that being said, let's go check her out with some other action figures in my collection. And that, my friends, is my custom Morrigan figure. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, as it does really help this channel a lot. Thank you all, and I will see you in the next one.